I'm very short-sighted, can you do anything? And the answer is yes. Part of it depends on your age. If you're less than 40, then for long or short-sightedness, as long as it's not too long or too short-sighted, then laser is often a good first treatment for you. And the reason is because your lens inside the eye is elastic. When you're younger than 40, the lens inside the eye is elastic and it gets fatter when you look close up, and thinner when you look in the distance, and that's why you don't need spectacles. When we reach 40, 45, we become what we call presbyopic. And presbyopic means that the lens becomes less elastic, so it doesn't get thicker. So when you look close up, it tries to get thicker, but because it's elastic, it doesn't move. And that is why you need reading spectacles. And eventually your arms aren't long enough and then you need reading specs to see. So if you're short-sighted, let's say -4 or something like that, then we can do laser treatment on you if you're under 40, and that means that we correct you for distance and your lens inside the eye gives you the near vision because it's still mobile. When we get above 45, that lens inside the eye is not mobile anymore. And that means that if we just correct your short-sightedness with the laser, your distance vision will be better, but your near vision will still be very impaired because your lens inside the eye doesn't move anymore. So in that circumstance, refractive lens exchange or natural lens replacement becomes the go-to surgical treatment. And that means effectively you have cataract surgery before you develop a proper cataract. It's going into the eye, it's an operation, there are significant risks involved, albeit very low risk, but significant risks, including visual loss. And if you are somebody who has good vision with contact lenses or good vision with spectacles, and we lose your vision, then we've done you a disservice. Thankfully, that is very, very rare. The modern lenses are really quite good at trying to give people distance vision, intermediate vision, and some degree of near vision as well. I quite like the people who are blind as a bat when they wake up in the morning, because I know I'm going to improve them, and I know that I can make them a lot better if they can wake up and spend the whole day without specs on. It's a whole new lease of life. It's a bit harder to please those of you where you've got good distance vision without specs on and you're just struggling with the near, because I've got to maintain that distance vision as well as give you the near vision, and that's not always straightforward and not always easy. But certainly if you're very short-sighted or very long-sighted and above 45, then it's something that you can have done. One little thing, short-sighted people, we always worry about your retina. If you're short-sighted, that means you can see close up but can't see distance. That means that because your eye's longer, the retina's spread out a little bit thinner, and then you're at risk of retinal tears and retinal detachment. Flashing lights, new floaters, solid curtain across your vision, you need to report it immediately. When we do refractive lens exchange on you, and you're very short-sighted, we increase the risk of retinal detachment post-operatively. And we don't know if we bring it forward in time that it was always going to happen, or we cause it. But certainly if you're very short-sighted, even though the results are fantastic and then you can wake up in the morning and see, which is just amazing for you, there are risks of retinal tears and you need to watch out for that. But certainly if you're long or short-sighted and above 45, there are lots of options for refractive lens exchange, but it's important you think about it. And top of the list is leave things well alone, because that is the safest way to do it, and obviously the cheapest way to do it. But as I said, there are things that can be done for you.